Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Donna. I'm going to be taking us through a mat Pilates flow this morning. Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Donna. I'm going to be taking us through a mat Pilates flow. I am traveling and still in Nicaragua, so I don't have any props for us today, but if you would like, you can always throw on some ankle weights. You can add some hand weights, whatever you want to do to spice it up a little bit, but you don't need them. I'm not even going to be using them. We're going to be doing very slow and controlled movements today, so just try to keep pace with my count and try not to rush anything, and I'll of course try to remind you of that. We're going to go ahead and get started lying down on our backs. And just get comfortable. Extend your legs out long in front of you. Let your head rest down on your mat. Let your arms rest down at your side. Take a big inhale through your nose. And a big exhale, push the air out like you're blowing air out of a straw. Inhale nice and deep. And exhale, push the air out. In through the nose, breathing into the sides of your body and your back, feeling them grow wider. And out through the mouth, feeling your side body get smaller as you knit your ribs together. Inhale, feeling your ribs expand and creating space between your ribs. And exhale, pulling your ribs down and together, closing the gaps between them. Inhale, feeling your belly rise to the sky. And exhale, pull your belly button to spine. 3 more breaths. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, your deepest breath in. And your deepest breath out. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Extend your legs out long if they aren't already. Full body stretch, reaching through your fingertips and your toes. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Arch your back up off the mat. And exhale, hug your right knee into your chest. Give it a tight squeeze. Keeping your right knee in, lift your left leg to tabletop. And then place your right ankle on your left knee, finding your figure 4. Interlace your hands behind your left knee. And pull down toward your face. You should feel the stretch all through the back side of your right leg. Holding here for 3. For 2. On 1, release your hands to a goalpost or a T. Inhale to prepare. And then exhale, cross your legs more if you can and drop them over to the left side. Gaze goes over your right shoulder for a spinal twist. Inhale. And then exhale, lift your legs back up through center. Extend your right leg up to the ceiling. Left leg goes long. Your hands are going to rest down at your sides. Inhale as you point and lower your right leg to hover. Exhale as you flex and lift it right back up. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower for 3. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower for 2. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower for 1. Exhale, flex and lift. Walk your hands up your right leg, keeping your head, neck, and shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale as you lift your head, neck, and shoulders up, bend your elbows, and pull your leg down toward your face, holding for 3. For 2. On 1, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Release your right leg down to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, hug your left knee into your chest. Give it a tight squeeze. And then keeping your left knee in, lift your right leg to tabletop, placing your left ankle on your right knee. Interlace your hands behind your right knee. Both feet are flexed. Pull your right knee down toward your face. You'll feel the stretch this time all through the back side of your left leg. Holding here for 3. For 2. On 1, release your right leg down to the mat. Extend your left leg up to the ceiling. Hands rest down at your side. Oh, I totally forgot the spinal twist. I lied. Let's go back to that figure 4. Hands are in a goalpost or a T. Inhale. Exhale as you drop your legs over to the right side. Maybe you deepen the cross so that your knees stack over each other and your gaze goes over your left shoulder. Holding here for 3. For 2. On 1, exhale, lift your legs back up through center. Now we extend our left leg up toward the ceiling. Right leg goes long onto the mat. Hands rest down at your side. Inhale as you point and lower the left leg to hover. Exhale as you flex and lift it right back up. Inhale as you point and lower. Exhale as you flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower for 3. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower for 2. Exhale as you flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower for 1. Exhale, flex and lift and hold. Walk your hands up your left leg, keeping your head, neck, and shoulders down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bend your elbows. Float your head, neck, and shoulders up. Holding here for 3. For 2. On 1, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Inhale. Reach your arms up overhead and exhale, hug both knees into your chest. Give them a tight squeeze. And then place one hand on each knee and draw circles with your knees going away from each other. For 3. For 2. On 1, reverse the direction. For 3. For 2. Last 1. Hug both knees into your chest. And then place your feet down onto the mat. Knees are pointed up toward the ceiling. Feet are in line with your hips, so they're not touching. You have hips with distance. Knees are pointed up to the sky. Toes are pointed forward. They're not turned out. They're not rotated in. Palms are pressing down into the mat. You're going to exhale, tuck your tailbone under. And as slow as you can, slowly roll all the way up to the bottom of your shoulder blades. That's the top of your bridge. Pausing there. We don't lift up too high because then we have to push our ribs out and release our core. So we only want to go as high as we can while maintaining our core. And that's typically the bottom of your shoulder blades. Now I want you to check in here and make sure that your tailbone is tilted under. Make sure that your ribs are hugged in so they're not sticking out up here. I'm not lifting as high as I can. I'm going to exhale, push the air out, lower down a little bit more, and pull my ribs down and together and tilt my tailbone under. So find this position first at the top and just hold for 3. For 2. On 1, slowly lower it all the way back down. Inhale, exhale, tuck your tailbone under, peel yourself up off the mat, lifting your tailbone, your low back, your mid back, and pausing at your shoulder blades. Checking in at the top. Your glutes are engaged, you're squeezing them at the top. Ribs are hugged in, tailbone tilted under, and then slowly lower it all the way back down. 2 more like that. Inhale, exhale, roll it up to the top, squeeze your glutes at the top, and slowly lower it back down. Last one. Inhale, exhale, roll it up, and lower it all the way back down. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, extend your legs out long. Full body stretch, squeezing your shoulder blades together, reaching through your fingertips and your toes. If you would like to use weights, at this point you can go ahead and place them on your wrists or on your ankles, wherever you're adding them on. When you're ready, you're going to meet me with your legs extended out long and your arms extended up overhead. Inhale to prepare. And then exhale, lift your arms up above your chest, tuck your chin toward your chest, and slowly peel yourself up off your mat, 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, finding your tall spine, and then exhale, forward fold over your legs. Holding here for 3. For 2. On 1, slowly stack yourself all the way up, arms come to shoulder height, tuck your tailbone under, and as slow as you can, lower all the way down to your mat, touching one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, your arms reach up overhead. Exhale, your arms lift up above your chest, tuck your chin, and slowly peel yourself up, pausing at the top, finding your tall spine. Inhale, and then exhale, forward fold over your legs. Holding here for one breath in and one breath out. Stack your spine up. Arms come to shoulder height. Tuck your tailbone under and lower it down, touching your low back, your mid back, your shoulder blades, and finally, when your head touches your arms, sweep up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, last slow one. Your arms lift up above your chest, tuck your chin, and slowly peel yourself up, pausing at the top and finding that forward fold, holding here for just a moment. Maybe you inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold a little bit deeper into your forward fold. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. Stack your spine all the way up. Arms come to shoulder height. And then we tuck our tailbone under and lower down to your mat. Now this time we're going to pick up the pace and hands are going to come behind your neck. So you're going to exhale, tuck your tailbone under and slowly peel yourself up, driving your heels through your mat. Pause at the top, and we're just pausing here. If you need more stability, you can open your legs a little bit wider so that you're able to still keep your legs down on the mat and drive through your heels. You're going to exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, roll yourself up, pause at the top, and then round your spine and slowly lower it back down. Inhale, exhale, we lift. Inhale, we lower it down. If you need to still use your arms, you can. You just lift your arms up above your chest, tuck your chin, pause at the top, arms extended up overhead, and then round your spine and lower it back down. We're here for 5 more. Inhale, exhale, rise up, and slowly lower it back down. Inhale, exhale, we lift. And we lower it all the way back down. Inhale, exhale, lift for 3. And lower it back down. Inhale, exhale, lift for 2. And lower it all the way back down. Inhale, last one. And lower it all the way back down. Now your legs are staying extended out long. Hands are interlaced behind your neck for support. I'm going to scooch forward because I've made it all the way off the towel. Make sure that your head is hanging heavy in your hands. And this time we're not leading with the head. So I want you to exhale, crunch your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat by engaging your core. So not bending your neck. Exhale, lift. Squeeze your core. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. Elbows are out wide. Head is hanging heavy in your hands. Exhale, lift for 7. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 6. Inhale, lower. Think about pulling your ribs down and together and lifting for 4. It's supposed to be 5. Inhale, lower. This one is 4. Exhale, lift. See if you can get both shoulder blades up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1 and hold. Bring your legs together to touch. Float your legs up off the mat. We're going to scissor kick the legs, lifting the left leg first, and then just switch. Now right leg is lifted, left leg is low. We switch and switch. We're going nice and slow, so don't rush it. Head, neck, and shoulders are lifted. See if you can crunch up another inch with your core and not your neck. We're here for 7 and switch. For 6 and switch. For 5 and switch. For 4 and switch. For 3, switch. For 2 and switch. Last one, switch and hold. Right leg is extended up, left leg is long. Inhale, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Keep your legs where they are. You can rest your left heel down onto the mat. Hands are going to interlace behind your right knee. We're going to exhale, slowly roll ourselves up. You have two options. You can either keep your hands where they are behind your knee and press into your palms to help yourself get up, or you can have just a little bit of space so that when you exhale, roll yourself up, your hands slide up to behind your ankle. And then we inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, lift, roll yourself up. Inhale, lower it back down. And if your hands are staying behind your knee, you're going to press and roll yourself up. And then inhale, lower it back down. Or we exhale, lift, and inhale, lower. You're here for 5 more. Exhale, lift, and inhale, lower. For 4, lift, and inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3, and inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2, and inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1, and inhale, lower. Now this time you're going to exhale, crunch it up, reach for your ankle. Head, neck, and shoulders stay lifted. We're holding here. Float your left leg up off the mat. You're going to exhale, lift your left leg so that your left leg meets your right. Inhale, lower it down. Bend your left knee in. Extend your left leg up. Inhale, lower it down. So you bend your knee in, extend your leg up to the ceiling, and lower with the straight leg. Head, neck, and shoulders are lifted. You're lifting your chest up with your core and with your upper body. Inhale, lower it down. Bend the knee in, extend it up. Inhale, lower it down. Left knee bends in, left leg extends straight. Inhale, left leg lowers. You're here for 4. Keep your head, neck, and shoulders lifted. You're here for 3, for 2, last one. Inhale, lower it back down. Now you're going to release your left hand. Right palm is going to come to the front of your leg. You're going to exhale, press into your shin with your right arm and try to pull your right leg in. Left hand is extending up toward the ceiling, up above your head. You're going to exhale, lift your left arm, lift your left leg. Inhale, lower your left arm, lower your left leg. Exhale in, inhale, reach. Exhale in, inhale, reach. And you're pressing into your right leg with your right palm. If you need to, you can bend your right knee and press into your knee as you move on the left side. You're here for 5. And in. Inhale as you extend. Exhale in for 4. Inhale, extend. Exhale in for 3. Inhale, extend. Exhale in for 2. Inhale, extend. Exhale in for 1. Inhale, extend, and hold tiny circles with the left leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You're pressing into that right leg for 4, 3, 2, on 1. Reverse the direction. 10, 9. Don't forget the press for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on 1. Pulse the reach and the press for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees in, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. We have that over to the other side. Oh, I'm getting a free heated workout right now. Just from being outside, and I don't know if you guys know, but there are plenty of bugs in Nicaragua. I'm looking at a spider, a wasp. It's really relaxing. Take one more big inhale and one more big exhale. And this time your right leg extends long onto the mat. Left leg is going to extend up toward the ceiling. Hands are interlaced behind your left knee. You're going to exhale, roll it up to the top, reaching your arms up, and then inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, we lift and reach. Inhale, we lower it back down. Maybe you just press in and lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. We're here for 4 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, roll it up for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch your head, neck, and shoulders up. Reach your hands up as high up as you can get them on your left leg. Right knee is going to bend in to meet your left leg. Right leg is going to extend up to the ceiling so it's straight. And then inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, bend it in and extend it up. Inhale, lower the leg down. Exhale, bend it in, extend it up. Inhale, lower it down. You're here for 5. See if you can crunch your head, neck, and shoulders up another inch. For 4. You're here for 3. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, bend it in. For 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, bend it in. For 1. Inhale, lower. Now you're going to release your right hand. Right arm is going to reach up overhead. Left hand comes to the front of your left leg. You're pressing into the leg. Exhale, lift your right arm, right leg. Inhale, extend your right arm, right leg. Exhale, lift through center. Inhale, lower. Remember, you can bend that left knee and lift and press into your left knee rather than into your shin. You're here for 4. Exhale, lift. For 3. Exhale, lift. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, extend for 1 and hold tiny circles with your right leg for 10. If you need support on your neck, you can place your right hand behind your neck. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, reverse the direction for 10, 9. Don't forget to press into that left shin. You're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, on 1, we hold the leg lifted, pulse the crunch, and press into that left leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees in, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Plant your feet onto your mat and windshield wiper your legs, dropping them from left to right, releasing your low back and your core. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Hug your knees into your chest, give them a tight squeeze, and then place one hand on either knee and draw circles with the knees going away from each other for 3. For 2. On 1, reverse the direction for 3. For 2. Last 1. Go ahead and place both feet down onto your mat. Palms are resting down at your side. Same thing as the warm-up. Your feet are in line with your hips. Knees are pointed up to the sky. Make sure that your toes are pointing forward so your legs or your feet are parallel. Palms are pressing down into the mat for stability. You're going to exhale, tuck your tailbone under, and slowly roll up to the top of your bridge. Squeeze your glutes at the top, and then slowly lower it back down. Inhale, release. Exhale, roll it up to the top of your bridge, squeezing your glutes at the top. And then inhale, slowly lower it back down. Inhale, release. Exhale, lower, lift your hips up to the sky. Make sure your ribs are not flared out, tailbone is tucked under, and lower it down. 4 more at this pace. Exhale, we roll it up to the top. And inhale, we lower it back down. 3 more. Inhale, exhale, lift. Squeeze your glutes, check in with your ribs. And inhale, lower it back down. Last 2. Exhale, lift, squeeze at the top. And inhale, lower it back down. Last 1. Exhale, lift and squeeze. And inhale, lower it back down. Now we pick up the pace. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 8. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 5. For 5, 7. Inhale, lowers. Sorry, guys. My brain is like completely mush right now on vacation. Now this is 5. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1. Inhale, lower all the way back down. Now we're going to extend our right leg forward. Right leg is long. Palms are pressing down into the mat. Listen carefully. You're going to drive your hips up quickly and lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, lift quick and hold. And then nice and slow, you're going to lower down 1 vertebrae at a time on a count of 4. When your hips touch, your leg lowers back down. Inhale. Exhale, lift and squeeze. And we lower. 2, 3, 4. Leg lowers down. Inhale. Exhale, lift and squeeze. As slow as you can. 2, 3, 4. When your hips touch, your right leg lowers. Inhale. Exhale, lift and squeeze. And lower. 2, 3, 4. Right leg lowers. Make sure you're still checking in with your ribs. They're not flared out when you're at the top. And you lower. 2, 3, 4. Right leg lowers. We're here for 4 more. Exhale, lift. Squeeze your glutes at the top. And lower. 2, 3, 4. Right leg lowers. Exhale, lift for 3, 2, 3, 4. And right leg lowers. Exhale, lift for 2, 2, 3, 4. And right leg lowers. Exhale, lift for 1 and hold. We're holding at the top. Now we're tapping your hips down to the mat. Drive through your left heel. Exhale, lift and squeeze your glutes at the top. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower for 6. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Check in with your ribs. Exhale, lift. Think about squeezing your left glute, driving through that left leg to lift your hips up. You're here for 4. Exhale, lift for 3. Exhale, lift for 2. Exhale, lift for 1 and hold. Right leg is going to point and lower. And then exhale, flex and lift. Nice and slow. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. Make sure you're driving through that left heel, keeping your hips lifted. You're here for 6. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. For 5. Exhale, lift. For 4. Exhale, lift. For 3. Exhale, lift. For 2. Exhale, lift. Last one. Exhale, lift. Hold the lift. Pulse your hips up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hold it up on 1. Just hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Drive through that heel. Lift another inch. 2, 1. And slowly lower it all the way down with control. Windshield wiper your legs. And when you're ready, we're propping up onto our left forearm. Right hand is coming behind your head or to your ear. You're on your elbow. I want you to make sure that you're not sinking down into your shoulder. You're pressing up out of your elbow so that you're not sinking. Both legs are extended out long. We're going to squeeze our legs together. Exhale, lift both legs up. Inhale, lower. And I'm tilted over so that I'm more on my left glute than my right. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. I'm rolling back so that I'm still on my left glute, but I'm rolling back a little bit onto my right when I lift my legs. And then I roll a little bit forward as I lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 5. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1 and hold. Now you're going to bend both knees. Lower your legs down to your mat as you roll forward. Find your side position. And then you're going to drive through your knees, drive through your elbow, and lift your hips up Then we lower our hips down to the mat, roll it back, and extend both legs up. So nice and slow. We bend the knees, roll it forward, lower your legs down so your knees are stacked, lift the hips, lower the hips, roll it back, extend the legs up a little faster. Bend the knees, lower the knees, lift the hips, lower the hips, roll it back, and extend both legs up. If you want to add on, when you lower the knees and lift the hips, you extend your right leg straight and then bend your right knee in, lower the hips, and roll it back. Roll it forward, extend the right leg straight as you lift, bend the right knee in, roll it back, and extend both legs up. We're here for 4 more. Exhale as you lift, and inhale, roll it back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, roll it forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale, roll it back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, roll it forward. Last 2. Last 1. And we lower it down. We're on our side position. Hip is lowered down to the mat. Go ahead and rotate your left arm so that your hand is in line with your elbow and the rest of your body. You're going to press into your palm and lift up and then lower it back down. So we're doing a tricep press. Exhale, press, extend your arm straight. Inhale, lower your elbow back down. The rest of your body stand completely still. Make sure that your chest is facing forward. You're not hunching down and rotating your chest down toward the mat. Hand is by your ear. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 5. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1, and hold. Now you might need to walk your hand in a little bit. Walk your hand so that it's just a little bit further out from your shoulder. Releasing your right hand from your ear. Right hand is extended out long. You're going to exhale, lift your hips up and rainbow your right arm up and over. Right arm comes down to your mat. So you do that big full semicircle. Hug your elbows in, lower your chest down to the mat. Press and lift right back up. Extend your right arm forward, rainbow it all the way back down as you lower your hips down. I have to adjust so that I'm on my pad here, otherwise this will be so painful. Exhale, lift. Lift your hips up, rainbow your right arm around and down to your mat. Hug your elbows in, lower your chest down. Exhale, press and lift it right back up. Rainbow your right arm around and lower your hips back down. If you'd like, you can exhale, lift. When your hand comes down, your hips come down, and then you just lower your chest. Exhale, press and lift it right back up, open and circle around. So you exhale, lift, palm comes down. When your hand comes down, your hips come down, lower your chest, exhale, lift, and open it right back up. Or you can add on, you lift your hips, extend your right leg back as your right palm comes down, hug your elbows in, lower, lift, and bend your knee in as you lower your hips down onto the mat. We're only here for 3 more. Exhale, lift. Palm comes down, hug your elbows in, press and lift it up, and open out to the side. Last 2, exhale, lift, palm comes down, we lower it down, press and lift it right back up, and open out to the side. Last 1, exhale, lift, palm comes down, we do the press, lift it back up and hold it here. Now we're stepping out into a plank, but modified. Your left leg is crossed underneath your right. Both palms are down onto the mat. You're going to bend your knees and press your chest back to your legs, and then shift your weight forward. Press your chest back, bend your knees, and shift it forward. So you're pressing your chest back toward your thighs. Press it back, and shift your weight forward. Core is engaged. Make sure you're not letting your belly drop. Press it back, and shift it forward. We're here for 5, and forward, for 4, and forward, for 3, and forward, for 2, forward, last 1, forward and hold. Now this time we're keeping our knees straight, pressing our hips up and back, and shift it forward. Exhale, hips go up and back. and shift it forward. Exhale, press it back and shift it forward. You're here for 5. Forward. 4, when you go forward, make sure your hips lower all the way down back to your high plank. For 3, and forward. For 2, and forward. Last one, and we're gonna add on. This time when you press it back, you're gonna shift it forward and pull your left knee toward your right elbow, and then shift it back, press it up. Shift it forward, left knee, right elbow, and shift it back. Press it forward, left knee, right elbow, and shift it back. You're here for 5, and back. For 4, and back. It's the last push. For 3, and back. For 2, and back. Last one. Hold it in, pulse it in, your knee in for 10, 9, 8, 7. Press into those palms. Don't sink into your shoulders. You're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knee down onto the mat. Walk your knees out nice and wide. Walk your hands out and meet me in your child's pose. Take a big inhale through your nose and a big exhale. Push the air out. In through the nose and exhale out. Circle your arms back and around, interlace your hands, and then exhale, press and lift them overhead. Feel the opening in your shoulders. For 3, for 2, on 1, slowly release and release your hands. Shift it forward, find your tabletop position. Inhale, arch your belly, lift your head and look up. Exhale, round your spine, gaze goes to your navel. One more, inhale, arch your belly, lift your head and look up. And exhale, round your spine, gaze goes to your navel. Walk your knees through your hands. Extend your legs out long onto the mat in front of you. Arms come to shoulder height. Tuck your tailbone under and slowly lower it all the way down to your mat. We have all of that over to the other side. Knees are bent, feet are planted on the mat. Palms are pressing down into the mat. You're gonna exhale, slowly roll all the way up to the top of your bridge. And then inhale, lower it all the way back down. Exhale, we rise up to the top. Inhale, we lower it all the way back down, making sure at the top our ribs are hugged in, our tailbone is tilted back under, and slowly lower it down. Exhale, lift for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1. Inhale, lower. And we're going to pick up the pace. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 6. Inhale, lower. Squeeze those glutes at the top for 5. Inhale, lower. Core is engaged as you lift for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1. Inhale, lower. Now we're extending our left leg straight this time. Both palms are pressing into the mat for stability. You're going to exhale, drive through that right heel, lift the left leg up to the sky. Inhale, lower down, 2, 3, 4, and then lower the left leg down to the mat. Exhale, lift, drive up. Inhale, lower down, 2, 3, 4, and lower the left leg. Exhale, lift, squeeze your right glute at the top. Inhale, lower all the way back down and lower it down. Make sure you're going at my count. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower down, 2, 3, 4. We're here for 5 more. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower all the way down. Make sure when you're lifting your leg, you're not dropping it over your chest. Your leg is in line with your hip when it's extended straight up. So we want it stacked up above our hip. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, lower all the way back down. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, roll it all the way back down. Exhale, lift for 1 and hold. Now we're tapping our hips down to the mat. And then exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift and squeeze. If you need to bend the left knee or place your left big toe down onto the mat like this, go ahead and do that. But try to keep all of the weight in that right foot. Exhale, lift for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1 and hold. Hold the squeeze at the top. Find your highest point while keeping your ribs hugged in. Inhale, point and lower the left leg. Exhale, flex and lift it right back up. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower for 6. Exhale, flex and lift. Drive through that right heel. Keep your hips lifted. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower for 4. Exhale, flex and lift. Don't forget to breathe. Point and lower for 3. Exhale, flex and lift. Keep those hips high. Point and lower for 2. Exhale, flex and lift. Point and lower for 1. Exhale, flex and lift and hold. Pulse your hips up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower your hips all the way down to your mat. Bend your knees, windshield wiper your legs. And when you're ready, prop yourself up. Meet me on your right forearm this time. Both legs are extended out long. Same thing, we're not dumping into our shoulder. We're pressing out of our elbow, keeping the weight out of our shoulder and using your core to keep yourself lifted. Your left hand is by your ear. You're gonna exhale, lift both legs up. Inhale, roll it slightly forward as you come down. Exhale, lift both legs up. Squeeze your legs together. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, roll it forward. Exhale, lift for 5. Inhale, forward. Exhale, roll it back and lift for 4. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lift for 1. Hold. We're going to bend our knees, roll it forward. Find your side position first. Stack your knees on top of each other. Press into your elbow, press into your knees, lift your hips up, and then roll it back. Extend your legs up. Bend your knees, roll it forward. Find your modified side plank. Lower your hips, roll it back, extend your legs up. Bend your knees, maybe you add on, you roll it forward, press into your knee and your elbow, extend your left leg straight, bend your left knee back down, roll it back, extend your legs up. We're here for 5 more. We roll it forward, press up, lift up, roll it back, extend your legs to the sky. Bend the knees, roll it forward, shift your weight, press and lift up, roll it back onto your right glute, extend your legs forward. Roll it forward, both knees come down, your chest rotates forward, press up, lift up, roll it back, and extend your legs up. Last 2. Roll it forward, press up, lift up, roll it back, and extend your legs to the sky. Last 1, roll it forward, press up, lift up, and hold. And then just lower your hips back down. Now we're rotating our right palm out so that it's in line with the rest of your body and your shoulder. So it's not in front of your body, it's in line with your body. We're pressing into our right palm, lifting your elbow up, finding that tricep extension, and then tapping your elbow down. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, lower. Chest is rotated forward, shoulders are pulled back, so we're not hunching forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Core is engaged. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Make sure you're not letting your side body sink down. You're lifting up from the side. Exhale, lift for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1 and hold. Maybe you need to walk your right hand in just a little bit so that it's not underneath your shoulder, but slightly more in. Your left arm is going to extend over your legs. Left arm is straight. We're going to press into our right palm, lift our hips up, rainbow your left arm up and over. Left palm comes down to the mat. Hug your elbows in, lower it down. Exhale, press and lift it up. Extend your left arm forward and rainbow it back and over. Other option is to exhale, press and lift. When your left palm comes down, your hips come down, and then you just lower your chest. Exhale, press and lift your chest up and reach the arm up overhead. Other modification to elevate, you're going to exhale, press and lift it up. Palm comes down. We extend that leg back, lower, lift, and come back down. We're here. I need to adjust my towel. I'm sliding all over the place. For 6 more. Press and lift, open it up, and rainbow it back. You're here for 5. Exhale, lift. Palm comes down. Extend the leg back as you lower. Exhale, lift, and press and lift it up. You can even extend the leg back if you're keeping your hips down. Press and lift it up. Last 4. Actually, I think this is 3. Lower, lift, and open it up. For 2. Lower, lift, and open it up. Your right arm should be on fire right about now. Last 1. Lower, lift, and hold. Now we're stepping out to that modified plank. This time your right leg is crossed underneath your left. We're pressing our chest back, bending our knees, and shifting your weight forward. Press your chest back, bend your knees, and shift your weight forward. Press your chest to your thighs, and shift it forward. Bend the knees as you go back. Make sure you're lowering your hips as you shift it forward. We're here for 5. And forward. For 4. Shift it forward. For 3. And forward. For 2. And forward. Last 1. And we switch. This time your legs stay straight. Your hips go up and back. And shift it forward to your plank. Hips go up and back. And we shift it forward. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, lower them all the way back to your high plank. Exhale, lift. Make sure they're not sticking up in the air when you're going back to the high plank. You're here for 3 more. Core is engaged. You're not arching your back. For 2. Last 1. And we're going to add on. This time we press it back, and then we pull our right knee into our left elbow. Press it back, right knee, left elbow. It's our last push of the day. Muster up all of the strength you have left. And that's exactly what I'm doing. We're here for 4. Shift it forward. For 3, make sure your butt goes all the way down. For 2. On 1, we hold the knee and pulse it in. 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Don't forget to breathe. 2, 1. Put your knee back down onto the mat and go ahead and walk your knees out. Walk your hands out and find your well-deserved child's pose. See, who says we need weights to have a good workout? Take a big inhale through your nose. And a big exhale, like you're blowing air out of a straw. Inhale nice and deep. And exhale, push the air out. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Shift your weight forward onto your hands and knees and then press your chest up and back. Find your down dog. Pedal out your legs. Feel the stretch on the back side of your legs. Extend your right leg up high to the sky, and then shift your weight forward. Find your pigeon pose, bringing your right shin to your palms. Lift your chest, find a flat back, and then walk your hands all the way out. Maybe you let your head rest on your hands. Resting here in your pigeon, you should feel the opening all in your right hip and even into your hamstrings. We're holding here for 3 breaths. For 2. Last 1. Slowly rise all the way up. Lift your chest up. Stay here or reach your left arm up and back for your left foot for the quad stretch. For 3. For 2. On 1, release your left leg. Plant both palms down onto the mat. Shift up and back, 3-legged dog. Right leg goes high. Oop, the towel is sliding out from under me. Up and back. Right leg comes down to the mat. Left leg goes high to the sky. This is why we don't work out on towels, but it is all that I have. Shift your weight forward, pull your knee in, and lower down to pigeon pose on your left side. Walk your hands out. Maybe rest your head on your palms. Holding here for 3. For 2. On 1. Slowly press into your palms, lift your chest up. Reach your right arm back for your right leg, bending your right knee. Pull your right knee in toward your chest for the quad stretch. What a view I have. I wish I could show you guys, but the light is going the other way. So that's why we're here facing some bushes. Release your foot. Plant your palm down onto the mat. Shift your weight up and back. Find your 3-legged dog. Both feet come down to the mat. Take anything else that you might need here, and then lower your knees down onto the mat. Inhale, arch your belly, lift your head and look up. Exhale, round your spine, gaze goes to your navel. Inhale, arch your spine, roll your shoulders back and away from your ears. And exhale, round, press into your palms, separate your shoulder blades nice and wide. 2 more, big inhale. And big exhale. Last one, your deepest breath in. And your deepest breath out. Come back to a neutral spine. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle under, landing your shoulder down onto the mat. Press into your left palm to twist a little bit deeper, or maybe you reach your left arm up and around for your right inner thigh. Holding here for 2 breaths. Last one. Plant your palm down onto the mat. Unwind, reach your right arm up to the sky. Plant your right arm down, reach your left arm up to the sky, thread the needle under, and land your left shoulder down onto the mat. Maybe you press into your right palm to twist a little bit deeper. Reach your right arm up to the sky and around. Holding here for 3. For 2. On 1, right palm comes down to the mat, left arm extends up to the sky. Left arm comes down to the mat. Take anything else that you might need to, and we are done for the day. I am extremely sweaty. Still getting used to working out outside. Thank you guys so much for joining me. That was an awesome workout. If you are interested in joining me in Nicaragua, I will be back here in September for my retreat. All that information is in the description down below. You can also send me a DM if you have any questions. And if you guys have any suggestions for what you want to see when I am back at home and I actually have my props, let me know. If you want to see maybe some mini workouts or longer workouts, although these I guess are pretty long, or specific workouts to targeted muscle groups, I kind of prefer to do full body workouts because I think it's more true to Pilates. But you guys let me know what you want to see and I will do my best to incorporate that into my videos. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. See you guys next time. Bye.